Butterflies fill my spine, I feel myself getting hot again. Nerves rushing through my brain, yeah, they can't hear fire from the trees. You're standing by his side, red drops burning down your face. You're real close now, baby. Holy fuck, I feel it with you. I lose self-control. Now I found this shit not one taking me now. You got me on my knees begging for your lady. And like a fool to stand around and let you blame me. And I'm riding in the sky to the very second
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight, I got a special guest, the ace, Mike Montero.
How you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for coming on, really. Let's get right into because we got a lot of fan questions.
Yeah, I guess so.
This one's not a question, though, but Davey Cash. Mike was a young kid when I met him, and he's worked his ass off over the years, and I'm proud of the wrestler he's become. He's a good friend and deserves to wrestle on a bigger platform. I agree.
I appreciate that. Davey Cash has always had my back since day one.
Right.
My very first match in the business was with Davey Cash, so
Really?
for him to say that, it means a lot to me. It does.
Awesome. All right. Todd Graham. I consider the best match of my career to be the one I intended to be my last with Mike in 2022. Thank you for giving me that gift. Do you have any favorite memories of your time in Proving Ground, which you're going to be there Saturday night? Too?
Yes, sir.
So we'll plug his show.
Yes, sir. I do have a couple of moments that stand out in Proving Ground. I think having my match with Elle Valentine, because Elle Valentine is on the rise now, but I saw it years ago, and I wanted to bring that star out of her, and we had an awesome match at Proving Ground. So I'd have to say that would be one of my favorite moments, and also the DCMC versus the Dick Busters War Games match, because even during the match, while I was putting the boots to the Dick Busters, I got to go to each one of my partners and be like, guys, isn't this awesome? The crowd was going crazy for it. So I'd have to say those would be my two favorite moments from Proving Ground.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. Richard Knight. Hopefully you still got a lot in the tank. But when you do finally decide to hang up the boots, do you have any plans to transition into a more administrative role in wrestling? Maybe running a company, full-time, opening a school, anything like that?
I think deep down, a lot of our dreams is to have our own company.
Right.
That obviously finances come into play. But yeah, I love this. As long as I can contribute in some way, I'll find a way, whether that's in an administrative role behind the scenes as a booker,
Right.
producer. I dabbled in commentary when I was injured a few years ago.
Nice.
So I wanted to try a few different hats just to see, like what I am capable of doing when that time comes, when it's time to hang them up,
Right. Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for the question, Reggie. You know Reggie, right? His nicknamed Reggie here.
Yes.
He asked the question. For some reason, I wrote from Reggie, and it just,
It's stuck.
I was stoned. All right. Cash Money. We talked about him off here. Favorite matches since your return. And now, how long have you been back? A little over a year?
Just about a year.
Okay.
It'll be a year in January, almost. Honestly, I think if I had to nail it down, I would say my match with Ricky from Proving Ground for the Proving Ground heavyweight title. I had just won the PG C6 tournament, and I wrestled 3 matches that one night, but I didn't feel like I had my legs yet.
Right.
When I wrestled Ricky for the title, I didn't get the win, but I felt like myself again.
Right. Okay.
Fast forward to about a month ago, I wrestled Cash Money himself at NRG for the King of the Coliseum Championship, and the match wasn't originally advertised. It wasn't supposed to happen. Both of our opponents couldn't make it, so we wound up paired together, and we went to a 15-minute time limit draw. The crowd begged us for 5 more minutes, and we went out there and we tore it up. Probably my favorite match I've had this year.
Nice. That's awesome. Kid's really talented.
He's absolutely talented, especially for his age. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. All right, 2 more. How is your back holding up?
My back feels pretty good, honestly. I've managed to not take too many uncalculated risks.
Right.
I've managed to keep myself in check. I'm training it almost every day, so I'm okay. My back's good.
Good. All right. When will the hair be bleached again?
That's probably never gonna happen again.
Really?
Oh man, it killed my hair so bad. I'm hanging on to what I got, so I'm not.
Smart.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever see that again.
Right. All right. Bo Douglas,
Okay, cool.
where did you cut your teeth as a singles wrestler?
I would say probably in NCW around late 2016, 2017. That was my first opportunity to really branch out as a singles. And then I'd say Proving Ground was where I became like, Proving Ground featured me as a top star, as the top guy, and I think that's really where I had to prove myself,
Right.
no pun intended, as a singles competitor.
Right. Excellent. All right. Thanks, Bo, for the question. Brickhouse. Slaps leg. Madison Ferris. What are some talent that you think have a bright future in this business?
Cool, that's a good question. Some people I've been paying attention to, I'd say Diego Alvarez. He's come a long way in the past couple of years. He's earned every bit of what he's had, what he's gaining now, especially like with Focus becoming the champion. He grinded for that. He's definitely earned that. Patrick Saint, I'd say. Patrick Saint has he has it. Like I can just see him, and he has that factor when he walks into a room, people look at him, they're drawn to him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the same goes for Elle Valentine. I said it when we had our match. She has something that you just can't teach. It's special. And it's something that we all wish we could, bottle up and keep, but she just has it,
Right. Now, wasn't she tag teaming with Ricky Medeiros?
She tag teams with Jason Devine.
Okay.
They're actually
sorry,
the
guys.
Proving Ground tag
Right.
team champions,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, I mixed them up there. Right. All right, cool. All right, John Masters. Mike, you are genuinely one of the kindest souls in wrestling. Thank you for everything you've done in this business. My question would be, if you were to run a school or seminar on wrestling, what would be the number one piece of advice you'd teach? Then he has a bonus question.
I think as a teacher, I would teach, take in all the information that you can, but don't let one person's view of how we do this influence everything you do. Take in everything you can, but you have to carve out your own path.
Right.
So that's the best advice I could give is, absolutely take in everyone's advice, take in everything that you can, but don't let one viewpoint be the one that you follow.
Nice. Excellent. Good advice. His bonus question. What, in your opinion, is the secret to a happy life? I want to know this answer.
It's crazy. I used to ask that question all the time to myself because I was struggling to find it. And in the past year and a half, I have found it. And I think I could say it starts with one word, and that's balance. And that's balancing the things you love to do, balancing your work, balancing the people you care about most, making sure you have time for all of those things,
Yeah, excellent. That's real good advice. I used to be an angry person. I'm not anymore.
Same, same, I get it, I do.
All right. Des Marrero. Another good young up-and-coming kid.
Yeah, I've been seeing him, I've been paying attention. I try to pay attention to everyone.
Right,
so
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Top 5 guys you want to wrestle in no order. And I think sometimes the questions people are fishing.
Yeah.
So just,
I get
they're
it.
fishing.
I get it. BRG.
Yeah.
Anthony Green. Channing Thomas. I'm going to go a little bigger for these, just a little bit bigger. Mance Warner.
Nice.
Frankie Kazarian.
Wow. Nice. That's a good list. All right. Thanks for the question, John Masters and Des. Sean Battleara, you know who that is, right?
Yes.
One of the South Coast Sign Crew guys. Going outside the wrestling bubble, if you could book a music festival, which bands would you want to headline? I like this question because I love music.
This is fun. Oh, man. I'm going to go a little, I don't know if it's necessarily all over the place, but I'll go with some bands that I enjoy. I'd say like if I got to pick whoever I wanted,
Yeah.
have to be Van Halen,
Yeah.
my favorite band of all time. My second favorite would be Journey, Pink Floyd, Pearl Jam, and maybe this band. A lot of people. Isana, Tom, Billington, they'll get this one. Raw, one of my all-time favorite bands.
Yeah.
I think if we could have those 5 on the bill, that's it, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a disappointing thing. I saw Van Halen before.
Oh, really?
But it was disappointing because I
Oh,
didn't
no.
see him with Sammy. I didn't see him with David Lee Roth.
You saw him with Gary Sharon?
No.
No.
Yeah, this is probably the last time I'm ever going to mention it because I've mentioned it quite a bit lately and I feel like such an idiot.
I would still humble brag it. I just wouldn't say who I saw as the front man.
Right. But yeah, so that was pretty sad. All right, Shay Cash. We've had some battles.
Oh, yeah.
Some of my personal favorites being Hitter's Influence, Legacy Cage.
100%.
Right?
Yes.
That whole year was fun stuff. Also, another personal favorite is 3-on-3. The Hoods versus Dirt City Murder Crew at Proving Ground. Now, that was 3-on-3 or 4-on-4?
It was actually 3-on-3.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it was. This was before we had Jamie in the group.
Okay.
Yeah, no, as far as tag teams, I think like myself and Jason Devine, we were paired up with the Heavy Hitters a lot. Right. We really got to know each other as teams. I think, especially in New England as a whole, the Heavy Hitters were super underrated as a tag team.
Oh, no doubt.
One of the best. I think they're, in RWA specifically, I think they're the greatest tag team in the history of RWA. Nice. Those guys, Legacy is our WrestleMania in RWA, and those guys wrestled for the tag team titles at Legacy like 4 years in a row.
Wow. No, they're a great team. Frank is so big. I mean, Shay's lost a lot of weight, but
Shay is in the
big.
best shape of his life
Definitely.
right now.
But Frank's a big dude.
Very big, very big.
So, all right. Now, was that with Chris Pyro in there, or was Cash in that one?
Yes, so as the trio, the 3-on-3, it was Chris Pyro, Davey Cash, and Shay.
Right.
Yes.
So I remember when it went down, I think Cash was he reffing then?
I think he was still a little too young.
Okay.
Still a little too young.
Okay, awesome. All right, on Damon Farah.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the promotions you haven't wrestled for yet, would like to? Personally, I'd love to see it come to APW, Lucky Pro, or even Chaotic. Either way, keep up the great work, and I, of course, look forward to your next T-shirt design. 4X, please.
Well, you already know once I got a new design, that 4X is coming your way, Damon. I think for me, when I started my trainers, I trained with Dan Freitas and Brian Nunes.
Oh, no,
so,
I didn't know that. Yeah.
So they used to talk about Chaotic all the time.
Right.
All the time. I can remember when I was younger, always hearing that name, and I've paid attention since the very beginning. So I think if I had to pick, because APW is great, LPW is great, they're all great. But for me personally, I think it would have to be Chaotic if I had to pick one place.
Nice. I had Brian on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow, great guy. I don't know how to get in contact with Dan, or I would ask him
fell off
too.
the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's what Brian said.
Yeah.
So, all right. Paul Andrew, Bollywood.
Yes, sir. My man.
Hey, Mike. When are we going to be on the show together?
Anytime you want to do it, I'm game.
Yeah, what? He missed the email I
Yeah,
sent
guess
him.
so.
No, I didn't send you, Paul. I'm just kidding. But you should have hit me up, though. You could have been sitting right there today. If you
Left you a
wanted
voicemail. No, I'm just
to.
kidding.
But hit me up, bud. All right. All right. William Francis, having the experience you do, what would be a piece of advice you have for new wrestlers to the indie scene? Thanks, Coach.
New wrestlers. Kind of similar to what I had said before about not like taking in all the advice, but not listening to one. Same thing. When you train at your school, try to find something that separates you from the rest of your classmates, because a lot of times you can see a group of students come from one school and they all move the same, they all walk the same, they all kind of make their entrance the same, they all kind of wrestle the same because that's what they're taught. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to stand out, you have to separate yourself from that pack. And when you guys all show up and get booked in the same place, what makes you different from the rest of your crew? And I think that's the biggest thing I can say is just find something that makes you different.
Excellent advice. All right. Tony Medina.
Yes.
Sorry. My handwriting. Proud of the hard work, Mikey, you put in, and had no doubt you would end up where you're at today.
Well, I appreciate that.
Respected and loved by so many. But my question is, with me winding down and ending my wrestling journey soon, when are we going to get back in the ring one more time? We had a banger years ago. And where was that banger?
That was in Pawtucket at the Chop Shop. We had a banger, RICW, a long time ago. So I haven't seen Tony in a really long time. I didn't realize he was winding down, but as far as working one last time, give me a time and a place. We'll see if we can fit it into the schedule.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Excellent. Yeah, I think we get another fishing guy.
Okay.
Maybe you can guess who it is without me saying the name. Who are some of the best big men you've wrestled in your career?
Oh, I did catch this one. I know who this is. Some of the best big men I've wrestled in my career. Haven't seen him in a long time, but Lumberjake. I had some bangers with Lumberjake at NCW. Frank Champion, he's awesome. And more recently, Johnny Pierce. He's a really good big man. Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. How does your approach to a match differ from wrestling big men versus like a Sammy Diaz or a Mike Skyros or people like them? And I'll tell you after we said the question.
Honestly, I think people would assume that I have a harder time wrestling a bigger guy, but it's actually easier for me because I grew up a Shawn Michaels fan.
Oh, right.
And Shawn Michaels' bread and butter was surviving wrestling big guys. Yeah. So my approach when I'm wrestling a big guy is to evade and throw my body at him as best as I can.
Right.
Whereas that's more of a controlled thing. When I'm wrestling a Sammy Diaz and a Mike Skyros, I can pick those guys up and vice versa.
Right.
So I can be a little more versatile with them, whereas with a big guy, I just have to evade what he's doing, tire him out, and throw everything I have at him.
Excellent. All right. And that was from the Mighty Boss.
Of course.
Great guy. He's coming on soon, too. I think
sweet.
in a couple months.
Sweet.
All right, David Baker. Jazzed up since 2009. Proud of you, dude. Question, though, it never happened and needs to. When do I get to be part of Dirt City?
Well, we're all kind of doing our own thing these days, but I don't know. I guess if we can bring the band back together, why not add a few more members? Why not? I always got love for David Baker.
He could be your enforcer.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
He's an enforcer in every sense of the word.
Exactly. No doubt. All right. Andy Miller's got a couple questions.
Okay.
Who was your toughest opponent that you've wrestled?
That's a good question. My toughest opponent. I'd say Azrael.
Yeah.
Because of the pressure that was on me. Proving Ground had just crowned. I was the first Proving Ground champion because Proving Ground did a couple years where the Proving Ground Cup trophy was basically the championship.
Right.
But once they introduced an actual championship, I was the first champion, and the first defense was against Azrael. And you know, as well as I do, a Ring of Honor guy from back in the day.
I sure do.
So I had immense pressure on me to make sure that the first defense and Proving Ground's first, beginning the lineage of the championship meant something. Right. And it was a tough match, but it showed everyone that I can hang with some of the best. So I think that was a big turning point for me, you know?
Nice. And Azrael, man, he was a member of
Special
a founding
K.
member of my favorite
Special
faction.
K. Me too.
Oh,
Me too.
I love that.
Loved Special K.
It was the best. The only time I laughed, I teased Lit about that one time he was in the ring and he kept every 2 seconds, I'm like, dude, you're doing it too much. You know what I mean?
Overkill,
for sure. But yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, your favorite faction?
Yes. My dream of mine could get if we could get DCMC versus Special K. That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
It would be awesome.
I don't think Dixie and Izzy's wrestling.
Yeah, there was a brief period where Deranged had come back and Slim J was around, so it's possible.
Right.
It's possible.
Yeah, Deranged disappeared again.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
It's too bad. Great kid, though. Great kid. He was trying to get into baseball. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
He was back
cool.
on Facebook.
No.
He's working out with some coach and stuff. I was
kidding.
Go get him Deranged.
Wow.
Great kid. But all right, Andy Miller's got a couple more. Who are your favorite wrestlers growing up? I think you said it before on this show, but Andy's great.
No, it's
Andy's
okay.
a good
It's
fan.
okay. Yeah. My first favorite was Bret Hart. The glasses. Sitting there watching him give those glasses, you wanted to be that kid.
Right.
The pink, there was no guy wearing pink. He stood out.
Yep.
And then I flipped to Shawn Michaels after the Iron Man. I didn't like the way Bret walked out of that one. He looked like a sore loser as a kid, so I was like, oh, Shawn Michaels. As I got a little bit older, I gravitated to Jeff Hardy's Daredevil style. I loved Jeff. His look was amazing. And then from the moment I saw him until he retired, AJ Styles is like my all-time favorite wrestler.
Dude, the best. He is incredible.
Absolutely.
Incredible. All right, last one from Andy. What made you want to become a wrestler?
WrestleMania 17, TLC 2, watching Jeff Hardy hang from the championships and take that spear. As crazy as of a bump as that is, and as crazy as that sounds, those guys made the tag team championships feel just as important as the WWF title. So that moment, once I saw that happen, I'm like, these guys are giving everything, not to be the WWF champion, to be the tag team champions. I want to do this. I want to give, like, sacrifice my body and give everything I have for something that means something to me like they did, you know?
That's awesome. No doubt. All right, Sean Lita. Looking forward to tuning into this one. Name your favorite theme song you've ever used.
I've used quite a bit of theme songs. I have, yes. But it was actually playing on the way up, and I think it's kind of fate. I'm gonna have to go with "Still of the Night" from Whitesnake.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be my all-time favorite that I've used.
Nice. The Boxer Mickey Ward used a Whitesnake song too.
Yes.
Yeah, walking down to the ring to get his head back. You know, She crazy. All right. Sean also has, since you've spent so much time in your career in tag teams, what are some of your favorite tag team partners and opponents?
Well,
Thanks, Sean.
I have to pick. For me, I've had so many partners, but for me, there's only one that has longevity, and that's Jason Devine. We've teamed together for 15 years.
Wow.
I don't think any other team can really say they have longevity like that.
No.
Where even if we've split off and done our own thing, we have still always been connected and have always found our way back. And we've shared some amazing moments together, and all my biggest tag matches have been with him by my side. So I'd have to say for one of my favorite partners, he is my favorite partner, it's Jason Devine. As far as favorite opponents, the heavy hitters, the Minutemen, the Hoods. I've gotten
plenty of
a lot of my friends, but we've had a lot of really awesome matches together. So I can't deny it. You know, it's got to be those three teams.
I like the Minutemen when they were around.
Yeah, the Minutemen were awesome.
They were awesome.
Absolutely,
they really were. All right, David Baker though chimed in. Always got us, looking for trouble. No, I'm just kidding. My two favorites are Still of the Night.
See that?
And Guano Bats. Who was that?
Oh, it's Guano Apes. Guano Apes.
So he didn't write it.
No, I saw it. He wrote it wrong. It's Guano Apes.
I'm known for writing the wrong thing down. Trust me. But, all right, good.
No, you were on point this time.
That is funny. All right. So I've been trying to do this little thing here. I'm a huge pop culture dude. I love that stuff.
Awesome, me too.
I love television. I love music.
I've got a bunch of useless knowledge, so I get it.
All right. What's your favorite kids movie?
My favorite kids movie? It's between The Emperor's New Groove and The Road to El Dorado, two animated movies. Yeah, I loved those as a kid.
Awesome. Okay. What about what's your favorite TV show right now?
Favorite TV show right now. I'm waiting for another season to come out, but it'll probably be Tulsa King.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, I'm a big Sly guy, so yeah.
Nice. All right. What about your favorite movie franchise?
Movie franchise? Oh, that's a good question. You're getting me. These are some good ones.
There's so many. That's the thing. There's so many.
Honestly, I gotta go with Sly again. Have to be Rocky because he's the ultimate babyface. You know.
Do you know George Cow?
Yes, I do.
That's his favorite movie.
Yeah,
is Rocky,
he's the ultimate babyface.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. What's your favorite band?
My favorite band is Van Halen.
Van Halen.
Yes.
Nice. Except the pop. You don't listen to Gary Shaw now.
I do not.
I was gonna say I don't think anybody does.
But it is unpopular to be a Van Hagar guy, but I am. I like them both. David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar. I'm with them both. I am.
I gotta just say this. At the show that night, they brought out a stool.
Okay.
So I'm like, more than words. They're gonna, Eddie's gonna come out.
That would be awesome.
They did some song from the album called Josephine. Yeah, I was not
bad
happy,
hit.
Man. I was I'm like, you're in Boston. You couldn't sing let the guy sing one of his own songs.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, truthfully, he sang it like he was in Extreme. He was not very
Yeah.
good with Van Halen.
Yeah,
singing the old stuff.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's like you have your own style, and
Right.
Extreme was what he did. Van Halen is not it.
Yeah, definitely not it. All right. What's been your favorite concert?
Oh, that's a good question because I've gone to a lot of concerts.
How about a couple then?
I think this is a good question. I saw Journey a couple of years ago, which was pretty awesome. That was probably one of my favorites because I've grown up loving Journey.
Right.
And there was a point where I was like literally just crying tears of joy. So I'd have to say that was one of my favorites. And then actually a local concert me and my girlfriend we saw at the upstairs Palladium, we saw this band called Acceptance that I used to like as a kid, and their energy, they were playing the 20th anniversary of their first album, and just seeing how happy they were to be up there performing together, the vibe of the room was just awesome. It was great, yeah.
I gotta tell you, a band I saw that I didn't realize how much I was gonna fall in love with, the Blue October. I don't know if you.
I do. My sister loves Blue October.
Man. Wow, I went to see him and it was like, whoa! It changed. It changed the way.
Isn't it cool when that happens? When you see a band and you don't know what to expect from them, but then they blow your mind.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
absolutely.
awesome.
There was another band that happened to me too. It was a band called Evans Blue.
Okay,
they broke up. But they had like 1 or 2 albums that were really, really good, and they filled in like a band couldn't make it.
Right, right.
And it was unbelievable. They played like 8 songs, and every single one of them was incredible.
Okay.
So I'm a huge fan of them.
That's
still
awesome.
Today.
Yeah, that's the best
Evans
when that
Blue,
happens.
Right? What's been the worst concert you went to? Because I have one.
Oh, that's a good question. Because I've never really been to a bad concert. I don't think I've ever seen a concert where I was disappointed. Really? I think the only concert I could be disappointed in, I was disappointed with myself, was I saw Alice in Chains and Korn with David Baker, actually. But by the time Korn came out, I may have had too many. So I don't really remember Korn's set too well. So that one I would like to get back. But I guess that's that would be the worst concert, only because I don't remember the closing act.
Yeah. I ended up one night, I had a coat, a sweat coat, a t-shirt, a tank top on, and it was the winter time. By the end of the show, I had a tank top on.
Yeah, you must have been roasting in there.
It was unbelievable. But the worst show I ever saw, I call it Rat Karaoke, because it was the band Rat.
Oh,
the only original member was the drummer, Bobby Blotzer. And he came out from behind the drums and started talking, and people were yelling, "We didn't come here to hear you talk. Go back behind the drums."
Oh, man.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Imagine that coming out. Oh, it's Rat. And it's only one guy from the band. Oh, man.
The drummer. Oh, yeah. So we called it, me and my buddy Joe said, we went to see Rat Karaoke
Rat,
tonight.
the cover band.
Yeah. All right, listen, why don't we play the name game? We've got a half an hour.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So I marked a few of the names I wanted to bring up first because I noticed that you wrestled Dirty Dango and
I did.
Miller Slater.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. How was that?
It was awesome. The thing that I took away the most was I didn't realize how tall those guys were. They were huge. Like, very intimidating. Not like I've wrestled a lot of bigger guys, like muscular guys, but it wasn't even that.
Tall,
it was just their height. They were so tall. Both of them had to have been 6'3", 6'4".
Oh, easy.
It was crazy.
Yeah. That's and both really good. I mean, Dango's known from around here, you know.
Exactly.
Is a great worker.
100%.
And he's a good worker. I don't care what anybody says.
It was so easy. Like I went going into it, I just obviously wanted to prove that I belonged in the ring with those guys. But once we were out there, it didn't feel any different. It was easy. It was like riding a bike. You know what I mean?
And that was for EWA, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Sean Leader.
All right. Sean Leader. He's one of those guys that really matches me move for move in the ring. Every time we go out there, we kill it. We just got to have another match recently at RWA, and it was the first. We started in RWA together, but that was the only singles match we'd ever had in RWA. And RWA is going on nearly 20 years of putting on shows. And that was like our little love letter to the company that gave us our start. We went out there and showed them a little bit of the best of what we've done over the years, and it was awesome.
Nice. And I also noticed you wrestled the WWE ID kid, Marcus Mathers.
Marcus Mathers is legitimately my favorite wrestler.
He's incredible, dude.
He's
He
legitimately
really is.
my favorite wrestler. And I felt almost silly telling him that when we had our match because at the time, his 21st birthday was the day before. And at the time, I'm 33 years old.
Right.
So I felt almost silly telling this 21-year-old kid that he's my favorite wrestler, but he is. He's incredible.
He is.
Amazing
Really
talent.
I go to a couple of Game Changer wrestling shows.
Oh, yeah.
And his matches
He
always
steals
one
the
of
show
best.
every time, no matter where he
incredible,
is.
yeah.
He's such a good performer.
And where'd you wrestle him at? NCW, right?
Focus Pro.
Oh, Focus Pro.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. And I also noticed you wrestled this guy, and I saw him Saturday night. 23 has it.
Yes, I have.
And I would like to say I seen him wrestle, but all he did was fight. Him and Scotty Garland, not Scotty
Yes.
Too Hotty.
Yes.
And they went at it, man, with weapons. It was unbelievable. Great match, man. He's tough.
I think he's one of the best bad guys in New England. He knows how to make those people hate him, and he can talk trash with the best of them. But he backs it up in the ring too. He's a solid worker, and he's proven his worth for years and years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely a standout as far as the heel side of things. You know what I mean?
Yep. And I'll be honest with you, man. He better stop talking about catching a body, because cops can start looking at him and stuff.
They're gonna start questioning that
Come
count.
on there, Hazard. No, but I did see him the other night. He was awesome.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
also saw you're a part of a tag team, Wrecking Dirt City? Is it Wrecking Ball?
The Dirt City Wrecking Balls.
There
Yes.
it is. Yeah, with Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Yeah, that was awesome. He just got signed to NWA.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, it was cool because, I'm used to, teaming with my usual crew, my
Right.
friends. And when the opportunity was presented to me, he actually messaged me and was like, "Oh, how do you feel about wearing red, white, and blue?" And I'm like, "I'm here to go all in. I'm here. If we're gonna do this thing, let's be a team. Let's have some fun with it." So I put on the red, white, and blue headband. Went out there, my red trunks, my blue knee pads to match him
awesome.
up. We had a good time together.
He's a big dude.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Tough guy, too. Tough guy. All right. I'm going to bring all these guys in at the same. Maybe you could tell us a little something about each one of them. Davey Cash, Shay Cash, and Cash Money.
They're family. They're family. Davey Cash is like my crazy uncle. I love him to death. I love him to death. And Shay, we basically started at the same time. And Cassius is like my little nephew. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Seeing how far he's come and what he's done. He's paid his dues and he's worked really hard. And you can't, when the bell rings, you can't question him because he gets it done bell to bell in that ring. And I mean, before I get off of it, we got to talk about Shay. He looks incredible right now.
Man, incredible.
And I know what it's like, and I know what it takes to, immerse yourself in that life.
Right.
Ricky said it to me a long time ago because Ricky is also in the best shape of his life, but he told me it's not a motivation, it's a discipline.
Right.
You have to train yourself to do this every day. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like washing up. It's what you have to do. And Shay has adopted that lifestyle, and it's showing because of it,
Right. I'd see it every day. My grandson lost 90 to 100 pounds.
See?
And I mean, he was so big, and he just one day, he said, I don't want to be big.
The light switch flips on, and once you want it, you want it.
Discipline. He gave up all sugars.
It's what you have to
and
do.
He went to the gym with his dad. Looks amazing.
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Very proud of him. All right. How about first of all, when he came here and sat here, I couldn't believe he actually talks like that.
Yeah, that's his
Dick
actual
Lane.
voice.
Yes.
That's his actual voice.
Dick Lane.
Dick Lane, I think, is very underrated. I think Dick Lane is an incredible promo. I think, first off, he is a good worker, despite what people think, because he wears the super suit and he's the wizard and he can kill you with his mind and all that. But he can also kill you with his wrestling ability.
Right.
He's a very good worker.
He is.
And a lot of this game is selling people into the building to watch your match. And I think he's one of the best at doing that, because when he gets on a camera and he starts talking, I want to listen.
Right.
I want to know what he's going to say. I want to know how he's going to draw the person he is targeting to want to get in the ring with him. And that's how you sell tickets.
When I first heard about him doing that stuff, I was 100% against it. Then I saw him do it, and I was like, it works.
I think he's a much better heel than a babyface, because he has a chip on his shoulder now. And
The
that
meta villain.
It gets you somewhere.
Right.
It does.
Absolutely. No, he's really, really good. All right, how about Derek Conway.
Derek Conway, another one. So he had been given the task of reinventing himself multiple times, improving ground. I don't know that at first he necessarily took it seriously.
Right.
He now has found something being a part of the Void with Dick Lane improving ground, and he's committed fully to that. He's committed fully to playing a key role, maybe not necessarily the main role, but sometimes playing the key role will help you stand out and break out and become a main role.
Right.
And I think at this point, he's doing some of his best work.
Nice. Okay. How about, I know you wrestled this guy, the basketball player, Jermaine Marbury.
What a cool concept. What a cool character. I love watching him basically break somebody's ankles when he dribbles past them. Like his whole character is awesome. It's fun. Especially the kids, they love it.
Right.
It was getting in there with him, Benny the basketball, the whole shebang. It's awesome. I love it. It's fun.
I just seen, it might have been Davies, I think. Maybe they ripped the thing off of Benny, and he had his face masked with an orange mat over his face. I'm like, that guy's smart.
It's money, man. It's awesome, and he's willing to travel and do whatever he can to get better and to continue to branch out and find himself in this game. He's doing really well.
Yeah, that's a really good gimmick. I like it a lot.
It's fun.
I like this guy's gimmick too, Mr. Pogo, Milo Mira, who's also not only a pogo, he's really good, man.
Effortlessly athletic.
Oh, yeah.
I talk about guys like that all the time who don't even have to try to be as athletic as they are. Man, that dude is special.
Yeah.
He can do some really cool things. And again, you talk about that pogo stick. Come on, that's like that's so awesome.
He's been a champion pogo stick guy.
Continue to change the game with that thing and always innovate the offense. That's so cool. It really is.
It was good when I had him. He was like, I was so scared to talk at the beginning. He goes, and again, like this, I had to. I didn't want to, but I had to. He knows, and I think I got a lot better. And I'm like,
It comes with time. You start to get comfortable. Once you're in that position and you have lights on you, you have people looking at you, you do find your way.
Yep.
You do, because you don't have a choice. This is what we do. The name of the game is walking the walk and talking the talk. You got to do them both.
Yes. A new father, Stephen Lust.
Stephen Lust. One of my best friends in the wrestling business. I have nothing but respect for Steve. He grinds so hard. He's the first one there and the last one to leave. Right. And this new role in his life has changed him for the better.
Awesome.
I'm very happy for him. I'm happy for I can't say it enough. I'm just happy that he gets to have what he wants in life. And on top of the fact, like I said, we've had so many matches together. We've worked together so many times. We just wrestled each other recently at NCW. Right. He doesn't get his flowers nearly enough, but because he's one of those guys who he is a worker from the time he walks into the building to the time he leaves. Right. He's a great performer, good wrestler, has the crowd behind him, and he's always there to lend a helping hand.
Right.
You know.
You brought up earlier paying dues.
Absolutely.
What do you feel about like that? What happened with the AJ Styles' son? Was it Dylan? No, is that his name?
His son? Yeah. I believe it's Avery.
Avery, yeah, right. So far off. I said Dylan.
Everyone has an opinion on it. I saw David Baker. He commented on someone who had opinion about its post, and I kind of agree with him. I feel like a lot of people just need to mind their business and worry about 100%. What they're doing. I agree with paying your dues? Yes, I do agree with that. But I also agree with if this place has their ring crew that they pay, and you are booking somebody, if you expect more of them, then I believe then that should be negotiated when you negotiate how much you're going to pay them. If you want them to be there to set up the ring with your crew, granted, maybe you don't have.
Let them know.
Exactly. Too. Maybe you don't have one. Maybe you don't have one, and maybe you do need that. But then that should be told. I mean, I work shows all the time where the promoter's like, hey guys, I don't have as many guys. I'm gonna need help setting up. We know ahead of time. Right. Fine. I know what I'm getting into when I get there. But I felt to go on and be like, hey, AJ's kid, maybe you should pay your dues. Like, look like clout chasing a little bit to me.
I
Just a little bit. This is the same guy who came at John Casey for WrestlePalooza.
Yep.
I own the trademark to WrestlePalooza. Really, you do? Because I'm pretty sure WWE just had a PLE last year with that exact name.
Yeah, ridiculous. And I think that he has a problem with his dad. It's like, why would you just like
could have
jump
just pulled
down
the kid?
a kid's throat?
If you're trying to veteran the kid, you could have just pulled him aside.
Exactly.
No, we
100%.
shouldn't. None of us should know about this right now. None of us should have an opinion because none of us should even know about it. Because if you were handling it correctly and like a professional, you would have pulled him aside and said, "Hey, next time you think you can stick around and help out." And I also have heard get where the kid is coming from. Like I know when it's like I can't imagine being AJ Styles' son.
Right.
But I already know what it's like to have that pressure and want to do good and be on a platform that is bigger than most and have to show that you belong there. That puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
You'll see so many guys in the locker room pacing back and forth, just trying to get their head together, trying to get their bearings. That it might not have even been a malicious thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I think it was though.
Well, no, and I don't mean him calling him out. I mean the kid himself not helping out. Might not have even been a malicious thing. He might have just been in the zone and was trying to get his stuff together so he can go out there and give the people his money's worth. You know, if somebody is putting money in AJ Styles' kid's hand, I'm sure he wants to live up to that name.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like that's all it was.
Absolutely.
And this guy coming at him is just trying to get clicks on Twitter.
Right. And just for his sake, Eric Cannon's not a bad worker.
No, he was a great worker.
He really was.
He was a great worker, but between I guess because of JC, I have personal feelings.
Well,
and
you should.
Between that and this, it just sounds like sour grapes to me.
Absolutely, I agree. All right, you brought him up earlier. Big Johnny Pierce.
Big Johnny Pierce.
Who's gotten really good.
Yeah, and
I mean, really good.
And at NCW recently, he's gotten really lean too. He's leaned out. He looks really good. Yeah, so he's currently injured. He tore his pec, but he's working still to keep himself maintained. So when he's back cleared, when he's medically cleared to get in the ring, he's good to go. And yeah, he's constantly evolving, constantly learning, constantly trying to find a way to tweak his look, make himself look better. And he's gotten so much better in the ring. And now, with NCW being their heavyweight champion, their official heavyweight champion, not the real heavyweight champion, he's got to do what we were talking about before, where as the heavyweight champion, it's your responsibility to sell the people into the building, talk the talk, walk the walk. We know Johnny Pierce can wrestle. Now we're starting to learn whether or not he can talk.
Right.
And that is an important part of this game.
Absolutely.
And I can see it. He's starting to find his way.
Nice. Excellent. All right. How about AJP?
AJP, I feel very similar about him like I do with Cash Money. I've known him since he was a little boy. He's a man now. He's so talented. Has a charisma, again, that you can't teach.
Right.
I think RWA is going to go on for a very long time because he will not let it die.
Right.
When T's ready to call it a day, AJ's still going to be the one holding the keys to the castle, making sure our legacy stays alive. He just had a match with JT Dunn and main evented Legacy this past weekend. And what a performance. What a performance. He earned every bit of it.
Right.
You know, you can, especially with these kids who have their fathers in the business, you can say what you want, but you'd be wrong and you'd be hating because both of those kids have earned every bit of it.
Right. Absolutely. And he actually said it here a couple of months ago. T and AJ were here, and he said, I'll keep it going as long as I can.
Exactly.
So, all right. How about let's go with some veterans.
Okay.
Ref, TJ Richter.
TJ Richter was an inspiration for me when I started because TJ Richter was small like me, but he could also talk.
Right. Oh,
My God, what a promo. I used to pay attention to all his promos. Like, I feel like being able to speak as comfortably as I do is because I paid attention to TJ for so long. Because like I said, he was such an inspiration for me.
Right.
When I started, guys our size, we didn't really get a look. We had to do extreme things and take extreme measures for people to be like, oh, okay, like maybe we should take a chance on this small guy, you know?
Absolutely. All right, how about Slick Wagner Brown?
He's an absolute legend. Absolute legend. One of the best in the area, one of the best trainers. Always has time for me. Like anytime I've ever been around him, he's always been super cool to me. Always asking me how I am, how I'm doing in normal life. And that's important. Like sometimes we get into the locker room and we're with these people and we're all together and it's always like wrestling. But sometimes I enjoy just talking about life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really cool guy, really solid trainer. I'll tell you a funny story. I went out to test the strength and tagged with Ricky Medeiros out there.
Okay.
He asked us what our tag team name was. We told him Dirt City Murder Crew. And he goes, murder? As in homicide? And he laughed like, haha, I can't promote you guys as that. He's like, how about we just go with DCMC? And if you got to ask, you ain't gonna know.
Right.
It's like, okay. But it killed me. He was like, murder? As in homicide? Great story. We joke about it all the time.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's my youngest daughter's favorite wrestler.
One of the best.
How about we brought Brickhouse?
Brickhouse is my first trainer. My style isn't necessarily his cup of tea all the time,
Right.
but he'll tell me when I've done good and he'll tell me when I've done bad, and I always respect that. I have nothing but love for Brickhouse. He's done so much for the area, trained so many of us, given so many of us our start.
Yeah.
You know, I got nothing but love for his family. You know, he's another one who doesn't get his flowers enough. I mean, I feel like in the early 2000s it was talked about, but I don't think it should be forgotten in the 2020s. You know what I mean?
Forgotten. Absolutely. All right, how about his number one opponent, Jose Perez?
He's still helping out to this day. Jose has passion for the business.
he
He
does.
loves this business. I think a lot of the females in this area owe a lot to him because he works like a producer more often than not for a lot of the girls when he's at the shows, and he helps a lot of these girls put their matches together and help them, not necessarily tell them what to do, but help them find what they're looking for and find their way, and he's super beneficial to them.
A great mind for the business.
100%.
Incredible. All right, how about Jason Rumble?
Jason.
Me, Jason. Sorry, kid.
He's another
get
one.
mad at me.
Another one gave me a chance when I was really young in 2011 when he was
Victory?
Yes, Victory.
Yeah.
Yes, in the apartment building.
Yeah.
The locker room. I remember the original Bell Time Club. The locker room was like a kitchen. You know, like he gave me a chance when a lot of people didn't at the time.
Right.
And then that carried on with Bo Douglas when Bo Douglas took over. He gave me a shot too. Always had time for me. Like Jason Rumble was a good guy to my crew.
I met all those guys, Slick, Jason,
All
True,
around the same
at
time.
the same time, man.
No
George
kidding.
Carroll,
Yep.
everybody at the same time.
Yep,
All
that's
right.
where I met George Carroll, was at VCW
Yeah.
Victory. Yep.
Right. All right, how about Trigger the OG?
Timeless. Timeless.
Incredible.
I don't know anyone else in this area, not that he's old, but for his age, I don't know anyone that moves like him. Like I can honestly sit here and say, from wear and tear, I am pretty beat up. That man, you ask him how he's feeling, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm fine. He wants to go.
He does.
He wants to go 5 stars every time he's in the ring, and I have nothing but respect for that. I love Trigger.
Incredible. You just wrestled this kid, Sean Knight.
So Sean Knight was prominently in a tag team called The Haven. Yes.
With Jay Onyx.
Yes. He still teams with him, but he has tried his hand at singles.
Oh, nice.
And he's gotten himself in even better shape. He's changed his look a little bit. And we just wrestled at RWA Legacy this past Saturday. I don't have a problem saying we stole the show. We had the best match on the card. We had natural chemistry. I definitely want to run it back. And I definitely think he's going to be somebody you see as a solo act more often than not in the coming years.
Nice. Excellent. Now he's got a couple of partners there.
Yes.
Besides Jay Onyx, but Dustin Waller and
Yes.
Kylon King, the Miracle Generation.
I got to work with them a lot before their ascension to Beyond Wrestling and Wrestling Open and all that. They came down to NRG a few times. I went to their neck of the woods when they were at PAPW.
Right.
those kids, they're an incredible tag team. I don't mind saying one of the best tag teams in the world currently. Dustin Waller is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
No
like
doubt.
that kid, he doesn't even think about being how good he is.
Right.
You know
Wait
what I
till
mean?
the world gets to see it.
It's
'Cause
just
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's
It's only
gonna
a
happen.
matter of time before
Yep.
he is signed to a major TV company. You know what I
doubt.
mean?
Absolutely. All right. And Kylon King, I had only seen him in tag team matches, and I went to a GCW show, and he was in a scramble match, and he ended up winning. And that's when I was like, wow, because I had only seen him in a tag before, and he was good.
He's incredible too. And the thing that stands out for me is like that kid's bridging German suplex, whatever. He is on his nose. His bridge is unmatched.
Wow.
Fancy.
I'll have to
Absolutely
look for that.
fancy.
All right. How about big guy, Scott Levesque?
Scott Levesque, got nothing but respect for him. I do. Scott Levesque, I used to say it all the time. He was the prototypical pro wrestler. I wish I could have been built like Scott Levesque. I probably would have had an easier time in the business.
Right.
I had to work super hard because I was such a small guy, but when I started, would always look at Scott Levesque and be like, man, that guy, like he had like a Triple H look to him, you know what I mean? Always had, and super charismatic, a good promo, excellent heel, the cocky pretty boy heel. He's so good at it. I have nothing but respect for Scott Levesque. I know he feels some kind of way about pro wrestling right now, but I want him to know that like we all love and respect you. We respect what you've done, and we all like, you know, we miss seeing you around, and we want to see you around.
And not only was he a good worker, but like whenever a name would come in, you're gonna put him.
He was the guy that they put him with.
Absolutely, and it would go perfect.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, how about I like these guys a lot. They're funny and crazy and wacky. The Mac Attack.
The Mac Attack. We've had a hell of a time together.
I love
me and
those guys.
They have their own show right now.
Yeah.
It's really fun. They've done a lot for pro wrestling. They have. They
definitely have.
Constantly they bring comedy to it on a whole nother level, but they're just themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just got to see Monster Mac a couple of weeks ago for the first time in a really long time, and it was
nice.
And it was nice. And like I said, I've been paying attention to their show. It's fun.
It is.
It's fun, and it's giving wrestling another spotlight, and it's also like you are giving the local guys, like when they do their local wrestling news portion,
right.
it's hilarious.
Yeah,
but
it
it's also giving all these local places a spotlight.
Yeah, those guys are just hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, how about I don't know, my favorite couple in wrestling, BMT and Ariel. No longer the monarchy in chaotic, at least.
They are split up there. That is true. I think Ariel is an absolute legend. Absolute legend. What she's done for the women in this area, it can't be ignored. Right. She is absolutely one of the all-time best. And BMT's right there with her. Yep. You know what I mean? Who's more hated than BMT, you know what I mean? Yep. Like they came back and they've come back with a bang, you know what I mean? And like I said, like everywhere they're going, the monarchy, they're ruling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're a great team. A lot of kids. A lot of kids, man.
Yeah, their legacy is going to live on forever.
Yeah, for sure. And the daughter with the bananas.
Oh, yeah.
She's unbelievable. I saw her at a chaotic show, and she had the chair.
Yep.
She hit the
Pulled
ground.
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, it was unreal. I'm talking timing was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, you can tell she's got the bug. Yep.
Awesome. All right. How about Osiris? Just came back to
Yes,
wrestling.
he did. Osiris, he's another one that like he kind of planted his flag predominantly in NCW, but he's one of their OGs. He's one of their guys that he's a gatekeeper there. He's a measuring stick that when you come into NCW, because NCW is awesome in the sense that it's a mix of kids who are coming there to get reps, with guys who are on their way out who are looking to close that chapter. But Osiris is still he's still got some more to give, and I think he's one of those guys that when those kids come in, you put him up against Osiris and see what they're made of. You know what I mean?
And NCW is the second longest running promotion in New England. Which is correct, right?
And
behind
it's pretty
top rope.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty close. Going on 30 years.
Wow, that's amazing. That really is. All right. How about Anthony Stone?
Anthony Stone helped me out a lot when I started training with Brickhouse Baker, because there'd be a lot of times where Brickhouse would be late. So Anthony Stone or Kellen Thomas would get the class going. So it would be a different pace,
Right.
because Brickhouse obviously teaches the old school style, but those guys are a little bit more fast paced. So I learned a little bit because of that tag team wrestling. I learned a lot from Anthony Stone, and it was awesome to work RWA Legacy a few years ago and tag with Jamie, putting our RWA tag titles on the line against Anthony Stone and Kellen Thomas, who to me are one of the best tag teams to come out of New England. So I got a lot of respect for Anthony Stone.
And man, what an injury he sustained.
I know, back in the day at Beyond, yes, that's right, and to come back from that, and I think he's gonna be wrestling pretty soon, right? He's doing House of Bricks or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, and he can still go, man.
Next week, it's next week.
Oh, next week. Okay,
it's this coming Saturday.
That's right. That's
mistaken.
right.
Why don't you plug some of the shows you're going to be coming up on?
Absolutely, yeah. I've actually got a lot coming up this weekend.
Take the whole time.
Well, not just this weekend. This month, I've got this weekend I've got. Let's see. I'm doing. Devin Blaze is running a show at a dispensary at Nature's Medicine. It's called Dispomania. That's this coming Friday in the afternoon, 2 p.m. in Uxbridge, Mass. I'll be teaming with Jamie Tucker, taking on Above All, which is a team we're no strangers to. That should be fun. The next day, I'll be doing Battle with Cash Money at Proving Grounds Battle Stations. Let's see, what else do I got going on? I'll be at the Big City Rumble for NCW at the end of this month. I'm trying to remember the date, late August 20-something.
Usually Fridays, right?
Yes, usually a Friday night. I'll be taking on Johnny Pierce in an undisputed championship match. He says he's the real champion. I say I'm the real champion. We both have championships. Let's see what happens. Let's see, what else do I got going on this month? I feel like I have some more things going on. I don't know. Oh, that's right. I'll be at.
There you go.
Hooked me up. I'll be at
Yes.
NRG for Gladiator Games. May or may not be stepping inside of a steel cage. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Defending the King of the Coliseum Championship. Yeah, I got a lot going on this month.
Nice. That's awesome. Todd's always puts on a good show.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And Todd's one of my favorite people in wrestling. He's been on the show like 18
probably more than
times.
anyone. He focuses on the storytelling and proving ground.
Yeah.
A lot of things, sometimes stories on the big shows may end or they may begin. Like it's constantly building to another story. And once you close one chapter in Proving Ground, it's on to the next one.
He's a valuable guy that shows up at a show. A guy like him, a guy like GK Durant.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Guys
Yes.
that can come in and do anything.
Whatever you need him to do.
Anything you need him to do.
Whatever you need him to do.
You know?
Absolutely.
And like I said, Todd loves to talk.
Oh, yes.
We all know that.
Oh, yes.
That's what I like about
yeah.
him.
He starts every one of his shows with a nice little speech.
Yeah, there you go. We got a little Paul Heyman in him, I guess.
Yes.
Right?
This is the dance.
But no, but seriously though, I am. Thank you very much,
Absolutely.
Mike, for coming on. This
Absolutely.
was a lot
I had a
of fun,
blast. Thank you.
Guys, we're out. Peace. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.